one. Bit of a different video for you today. It's not quite a bit of tinkering. I'm doing something a bit mad as usual. So today I am driving to Bristol and back. Probably not back today, probably back tomorrow because my sister lives in Newport, so lag a night there. Break up a bit. But I've had a bit of an itch for a while to do something that we used to do when I was very, very little, about 15, 16 years ago. That last time I was in one was about 16 years ago, so I was about 10 years old at that point. I'm going to get myself a caravan, hopefully. The aim is to basically have it as a bit of a winter project, so that come next season I can take me, the BX and a caravan with the dog, and yeah, just go and enjoy and not have to worry about tenting, because tenting's fine if you're there for a little while, but when I went to BX National, just like, I'm not pitching a tent having all the faff and hassle for a night. It just doesn't seem worth it to me. So yeah, thought I want either a camper van or a caravan, and yeah, just so much quicker and easier. So yeah, the caravan, you can just prepare it and then you just hook it up to the car and drive off. There's no messing around with packing a tent all up in the car, packing the car to the point you can't get anything else in it. It's just lots of faff I really can't be bothered with these days. So yeah, have a little caravan. Typically in my fashion, I've become a bit of a nerd on them because I'm not very good at doing something on a whim. I have to know everything about something before I will consider buying something, because I've got to know, I can't have this itch to learn about something inside out, so when I have a look at it, I know what I'm looking at. I often end up knowing more about what I'm buying than the seller does, because I will just literally dig the internet for every ounce of information I can find on something to make myself as knowledgeable as I can. In this occasion, narrowing down to two types. Obviously, you're going to be thinking, well, you ain't going to be looking at a new caravan because that's not his style. Too blooming right, very, very right, not happening. I was shown one that was for the year 2000, and that was still too new by my stands. So I managed to find a Sprite, which is I think a 1979, and the other one was a 1985. So either way, they're going to be very much period to my cars and my style in general. So yeah, I found, I think it was a Sprite. I found one near where I live on Wednesday. Had a look at it, and it was just like, it's a lovely caravan, incredibly well looked after, but it's just too good for me to say, right, I'm going to do this, this and this to it to make it more like what I want it to be. So yeah, I left that one, because if another elderly couple has that caravan, it will live for another 50 odd years exactly in the state it's in, absolutely immaculate. So until I'm looking at, both need a bit of renovation work, and both are at that sort of position where they're both dry inside, but they need some TLC, so they're kind of perfect. If you're going to do some little changes, then that's sort of what you're doing, so you've got a perfect original one. So yeah, there's two designs I'm looking at, one which is a typical pointy roof like that, and which is actually what we used to have, and a flat roof. Now the main issue with caravans generally is that they're like a wood structure with, I think it's with plyboard on the inside, and then everything's basically screwed to the plyboard / structure behind it. And on the outside you've got aluminium panels that keep the water out. Now depending on the shape of it, if it's the pointy one, then the top point is a point in which where the water can get in because there's a joint there. And then obviously you've got the corners, you've got the windows, etc. If any of those sills start to go iffy, water gets in. So that's the main one to worry about with caravan, it's the damp issues. And then with the other one I'm looking at, which is the flat roof one, that's got a few benefits to it. One of which is the bevel shed. Infectious one. But yeah, we've got two we're looking at. Both look very good in the pictures, but it's just a case of which one works flesh. And obviously, partly says, well, I'm probably going to walk in one and either going to say, yes, this is just what I'm looking for, or no, it's not, and that's kind of what I'm relying on, because that is so close on the layout of it looking good and the general condition of it looking good and what it needs on the face of it looking good. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting day. But but the bit that's rather unusual for me is that I'm kind of having to act in almost past tense in a way. So I've recently had the issue with hydraulics on this car, the suspension. Turned out that actually the front struts on this car I do need to be reconditioned. Now, in fact, I'm going to do a separate video on that because otherwise it's going to be just really ridiculously long. So I'll wrap this up here and I'll do a little separate one afterwards. Yeah, we're going to have a look at the caravan and it's going to be a good day hopefully.